Djinn stars Ezra Dewey as Dylan, a mute boy who's trapped in his apartment with a sinister monster when he makes a wish to fulfill his heart's greatest desire. This is written and directed by David Charbonnier and Justin Powell, and it's another small-scale, low-budget horror movie that revolves around a simplistic premise and relies heavily on its atmosphere to drum up its chills. It's basically a monkey's paw-esque story with a lesson of be careful what you wish for. I won't spoil every way in which that's the case, but the main way that's conveyed is that the summoning of the Djinn results in an evil humanoid figure who chases Dylan throughout his apartment and manifests itself in ways that harken back to Dylan's past, in particular taking on the form of his mother, who Dylan saw kill herself in the film's opening scene. For a low-budget movie, I will say the effects are really well done, especially when it comes to the Djinn itself. A lot of the imagery is pretty creepy, plus I also liked the eerie score by Matthew James, which helped set the mood perfectly. I also really enjoyed Ezra Dewey's performance, who carries much of this film on his shoulders with a performance that's reliant on his facial expressions and body language. His plight is pretty straightforward, that being he just wants to be able to speak, and you do really feel for him. Dewey manages to evoke so much emotion between the anxiety he feels from thinking about his past to the fear he feels of just trying to survive the night with the Djinn. At a mere 82 minutes, the film comes and goes pretty quickly. We get some brief setup showing Dylan and his father Michael, played by Rob Brownstein, moving into their apartment and getting a feel for their relationship. Then we move into Dylan finding the book that allows him to summon the Djinn, and then for most of the film, it's Dylan trying to escape the Djinn over the course of one night. The pacing's fine for the most part, as it's encounter after encounter of Dylan trying to evade the presence chasing him throughout the apartment almost in real time, though that also leads into a major issue that I had with the film. While I wouldn't call it slow, I found the film to be incredibly repetitive, especially considering we've also got a number of films this year alone where the action's confined to one location over the course of one night. I'm fine with movies that have a similar premise to other movies, as long as you're able to do something new with said premise. But this really did nothing new. I don't know if it's because the filmmakers were limited by their budget, but this movie felt so restricted. Other than some slick production values, it didn't feel like this did anything that we haven't seen before, and what results is a somewhat formulaic movie that offers up some solid chills, but wound up relying on the same few tricks to pad out the runtime. This easily could have been a short as part of an anthology, but nothing more than that, unless they were able to find another way to expand upon the characters. Now what I will say is that the last 5 minutes were great, and it at least rewards us for our patience, so I'd say the payoff's worth it. Overall, I don't think it's a bad movie. I wouldn't call it a waste of time or anything, but while it looks nice and it can be pretty creepy, on top of having a solid lead performance, I was hoping for more here. The Djinn gets a 6 out of 10. So let me know, did you see The Djinn, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Did you find it creepy? Do you have a favorite supernatural horror movie? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and keep having fun with film.